Hello, dear viewers. Thank you so much for joining me today. I want to read on Richard Ojeda. Now, he is the Democratic challenger. He's trying to get the 3rd District of West Virginia. Carol Miller is the Republican. So they're in this race for the 3rd District, that House seat. And so strange, but West Virginia, when I'm envisioning the map, I kept thinking West Virginia's going blue. Why is West Virginia going blue? West Virginia's going blue. So, I feel like I'm hearing that. And I don't know if I'm hearing it about the whole state or this race. I feel like the whole state. How could that be? I'm thinking. But Ojeda may be the reason that I'm hearing this. I want to read on that race. So show me Ojeda. Show me the certified winner. Ojeda or Miller. Let's look at Ojeda that night. Does he win the seat? Make the cards very clear, Spirit. Please help me to choose the cards that would make it most clear. I just asked that they let my eyes fall upon those cards. Emperor. Boy, he's got yeah, he's got that energy. I've seen this guy, this emperor, come up a lot lately in the political readings. And really, what I think it is simply moral outrage. It is simply that energy. It's more than that, even. It's that energy of responsibility of there's right and there's wrong, and there's reasons there are right. There's things are right and things are wrong. And we have strayed far too far from even acting like that's important. And, yeah, there is that outrage. I feel it. I feel it in the populace. I feel it in Ojeda. This sort of we've got to take charge and set things to right because we have people in charge right now that have absolutely no moral compass, and then we have a bunch going along with them. They must be the same or similar. So this is frightening to a lot of Americans that what's right or wrong seems to be a moot question to so many of our politicians. So that works in his favor. That works in his favor because he is certainly somebody who is saying there's a lot of corruption in government and a lot of things going on that just are not right. So that works in his favor. So let us see. Now we have the Queen of Swords. That's also working in his favor. The women's vote. Wow. Women wanting to say, hey, right is right. That's enough of, we need to be tough now. Oh, and that's people too. I mean, that's just the truth, that truth coming out, these are larger forces, you guys. When these cards come up, I feel like these are larger forces, they're spiritual forces, and they are being made manifest in a lot of people and in what they are doing. That works for him too. That works on his behalf too. A lot of times this has been people talking to investigators. This is people talking about the corruption. Okay. And we have the Six of Pentacles there. Yes, he is with the income inequality. He is very focused on the income inequality and saying, one of the things he frequently says is he came back from Afghanistan and saw people in his own backyard doing worse than many of the kids he saw in Afghanistan. And he went, what in the world is going on here? Yeah, he's been gone a lot. He was in the Iraq War. He was in Afghanistan. He's a vet, and he was shocked. He's been shocked to come home and see things getting worse and worse and worse every time. And he just calls it what it is. It's corruption. He's very forceful with that. Here we have a bunch popping out here. Yeah, it's this winning at all costs mentality. Of course, that could be him too. He's sort of like, that's it. This has got to be one for America. He's very much a warrior. He's very much a warrior. Yeah, the Hanged Man. Looking at things from a different perspective, some delay perhaps. Judgment. Judgment is coming. Judgment is coming. We can't keep on like this. We'll have no country left. And I think that's what a lot of people are feeling. If we have our politicians, our leaders flouting the very principles upon which this nation was supposed to have been built, what do we have left? And we have the 10 of rods there. It will be a lot of work. It is quite burdensome, yes. But I feel like he's saying, I feel like he's somebody where people would be very confident he would roll up his sleeves and go to it, and get it done. So, gosh, these cards are looking great for Ojeda. But they're describing him, right? So show us if this means that he does indeed win. Show us if this means he does win. Spirit. Okay, this one. Okay, so we have the Eight of Wands, things moving forward very quickly. Yes, okay, so I see that as more and more scandals keep coming out all the way up till election day, there's more of this demand for right. There's more of this demand. So I do see the events of the next 3 weeks helping Democrats. I do. I don't know how. It's not that the Mueller report's coming out. We know that much. We know he's waiting till after midterms. I'd seen that psychically a while, a month ago or whatever. But now it's been CNN came out with a report confirming that a couple of days ago. Yep, yep. Yeah, well, I'd seen it 3 weeks ago only. Before that, I was hopeful that he would send out some indictments before, like in time, before midterm window, or he would disregard that altogether. But I think he was thinking of it. I know he was thinking of it, but he ended up doing it after. Anyway, I do think that the scandals that will be coming out, information is only going to help the Democrats. The Two of Wands. And I feel like it's not even that they're going to have to make sure it comes out. It's just the way it is. There's a lot of stuff going on. They can't. There's so much corruption and so much um, political behavior and words that are just beyond the pale that it's now got a life of its own, and it's coming out. The Two of Wands there. Yep. I've seen that one lately in the last week or two, choosing the Democratic option. Like there are two options. Looking out over the world and international measures, international relationships have a lot to do with why people are choosing to vote Democrat. Because they are worried. They are worried about the way this president interacts with Russia, the way this president interacts with Saudi Arabia. They are worried. Yep. People are really concerned that this president likes dictators, that the Republican senators and representatives seem to be kind of okay with that. Apparently, not downplaying it on TV. No, Americans are very concerned about that. Okay, and they're very concerned about the investigation about Russia ties, and that does lose the Republicans' votes. The Three of Wands. Yes, people are watching and waiting. Okay, we know this income inequality is there. They like having a candidate who talks about it. And oh, I'm just hoping all these folks can get to the polls. The ones who have had such trauma to their family systems and their communities because of the income inequality. I can only say it that way, trauma. They're broken down, but I hope that they're hoping that he will help them. They're watching and waiting for that. Um, do they get out and vote is the big question in West Virginia, I think. Can these folks get out and vote? Okay. Let's see. We have the King of Wands. The King of Wands. Yeah, for the King of Wands, they will. Maybe he really is a King of Wands type. He is, isn't he? And more so than a King of Swords type. I mean, truth is out, yes, but he also really does want to get things done. He's got that part of him that, the military discipline. He really does. He wants to get things done. It's not just about fighting. In fact, he has he would be more careful about military actions because he's the one who said what? People, we're the greatest country because people are afraid of us because we can kick their butt, he said. That he had derision for that. He had Um, he seemed to hate that idea that that's America's claim to fame around globally. What in the world? That would be horrible. So he doesn't have much respect for that idea. No, he wants the pillars of democracy. He wants what's right and what's wrong. Okay, but there's a difficult emotional passage. So people are choosing Democratic option. Difficult emotional passage for the people. They've learned a lot about corruption. I think that's okay. I don't think that's a bad card here. And on they want to be on to calmer shores. Hmm. Ace of Pentacles. Yes. Also, a lot of things are coming out about who got money from whom, and he's bringing them information out. So I see very powerful cards here for him. Um, my question is, do I see clear indication that he wins? Does he win? Does Ojeda win? Spirit, does Ojeda win on election night? He's working at it. He's the Knight of Pentacles. Like you can rely on him to work hard to increase security. You can rely on him to never stop working to increase security. But so what am I looking at? Is that a consolation speech? A concession speech? Gradually, 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 gradually. I get these gradual kinds of cards. This dependability kinds of cards. These, gradually working in the right direction. But for this, a lot of quickly. Okay, let's ask about Carol and see if that gives us something more definitive. This feels like it's telling me about all of the reasons why people would vote for him and are going to be voting for him. Okay? Question is it enough? And many of the people who would vote for him have practical barriers to voting. They may be working a lot. They may be sick. They may be addicted. They may be, discouraged, disenfranchised. So poor, of course. These barriers. That's what I'm wondering about. Let's see about Carol. Okay. Carol Miller. Let's see. Show me Carol Miller. Does she win on election night in that district in West Virginia? I can't see how it could be much worse. Sometimes I feel like things have to get worse before people take notice and they get better, but gosh, it's pretty bad already in her district. For a lot of people. Not all. Okay. So show me Carol Miller on election night. Does she win, is what I'm asking. Queen of Pentacles. Well, she sure has a lot of money behind her. And the, security. This is a red state. She's a Republican candidate. A decision is made. That can be good or bad for her, but... And then a retreat, though. Okay. Again, we're being told a story here. But it's not being clear. This could be judgment falling on her. Like, your time is up, that's it. Or it could be she's deemed worthy. So which is it? Then we have the retreat card. And that guy's got a red blanket on. I think this may be the retreat of Republicans, the Republican dominance in that district. Let me look. Because they're sick, they're laid up. They're impaired right now. They're impeded right now by everything going on in that party. And there we have the Knight of Pentacles again. So she's working at it. She's working every day. There are people, a lot of foot soldiers working at this, okay, and probably for both sides that means, since they come up in both, that comes up in both readings. All right, and we have the Chariot. Ooh, things are going to be going very quickly forward, but then that Chariot kind of lets us know that I see an election night where things are moving forward very, very quickly. It's very exciting. Um, it looks like it could go either way for quite some time. We've got counties coming in, but then a decision is made. It's not inconclusive at the end of the night. A decision is indeed made. All right. Okay. Let's see. Eight of Pentacles. Right. Yeah, just lots of work gone into her campaign. Lots of dollars have gone into her campaign. They're working on it. I see lots of, yeah, lots of sponsors, lots of donors on election night there. Lots of people who've worked for her campaign there. Really wanting to make the money, the money, the money, the money there. We got to make the money. We got to get the seat. That kind of thing. But does she get it? Retreat again. Retreat again, you guys. I think there's going to be a break in how much money she can make, her donors. There's the retreat card twice. It's time for a new day. That was the final decision. I think Ojeda wins, you guys. Ojeda wins. It's time for a new day. She's part of that judgment card. Judgment on the Republican Party. Yep, it's time for a new day. And it's time to get corruption out of government. And yeah, where she's gotten her money, the money that's been offered to her, the money she's received, that is a problem for her in the long run. Yep. She gets another job. I don't think she's worried about it, that Ace of Pentacles, but I think she has to take a retreat from this political race. She's done for the night. Okay, she's done. I don't know if she's in politics after that or she goes firmly into the business sector. Maybe. But, okay. I feel like this is saying Ojeda wins. It's going to be close. But it's time for something new. New beginning. All right. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.